The Tuntal, a type of spirit as depicted in Iraqi folklore, does not appear as a living creature or a predator but rather in forms that suit its playful nature. An interesting story about the Tuntal was shared by a colleague in the early 1970s. He said, "I just came from visiting a friend in the hospital who had an accident on the highway connecting Baghdad to Kut. He had an errand to run at a government office there, and, to complete it in one day, he set off from Baghdad before dawn to arrive by the start of the workday. As he was driving on the nearly deserted road, a goat began running alongside his car, as if racing with it. Initially, he paid it no mind, thinking it had strayed from its herd. But he quickly grew alarmed when he realized his car was traveling at 120 kilometers per hour, and the goat was keeping up effortlessly, its red eyes glaring at him while it laughed and mocked. Terrified, he swerved right, causing his car to flip and tumble into a ditch, knocking him unconscious and nearly costing him his life. However, the saying goes, not every time does the jug escape unscathed. A man once lost his mind due to a Tuntal's cruel prank. In the early 20th century, two neighboring tribes in the province of Daikar lived by a hill known as Aishan, an old, desolate cemetery filled with holes and caves that were believed to be haunted by Tuntals, coming out at dusk and night. The place instilled fear in everyone. A handsome young man from one tribe, named Tawee, fell in love with a beautiful girl from the other tribe, named Tasuahen. As their love blossomed, he proposed to her family, but they rejected him because he sang about her charms and beauty in his songs, which they found shameless. Tawee proposed several times but was turned down each time. The tribe said he lacked the courage and determination of a real man. To win her hand, Tawee had to prove his bravery by crossing the Aishan at midnight on a moonless night. Armed with a lantern, a club, a dagger, a hammer, and a stake he had to plant in the ground, he set off in the stormy night while his mother offered him words of encouragement and the villagers awaited his return. Tawee bravely ventured into the cemetery, holding his lantern high despite the wind's attempts to extinguish it. Suddenly, rain shattered the lantern's glass, leaving him in darkness. He quickly planted the stake, but felt something gripping his cloak. Fear overtook him as he envisioned the Tuntal's ghastly features, making him abandon his cloak and run back, shoeless, to the village. When he didn't return by dawn, the villagers searched for him and found his cloak and stake. Tawee had succumbed to madness, wandering aimlessly and exposing himself as children mocked him.